going to start here at the soundboard today. I've explained to you how the sound leaves the microphone. It travels through the mic cable into the snake cable here, which routes up to the board. So every microphone in the stage is ran through this one cable. This one cable is inputted in, if you can pick that piece up right there, or that cable. When you see it going into the box there, all of that comes out of here and it goes into this loom now. Every one of these XLR cables now are an exact duplicate of what's on the stage in the box. We'll take channel 24, as he said here. We'll start at the top of the channel. The thing about the board you start with here is a pad control. This section here is the preamp section, meaning that when you send in the microphone signal, in layman's terms, you turn it up or down right here. This preamplifier amplifies the microphone level voltage, which is very minute, and brings it up to a working voltage level. If you understand a little about electronics, that's all that does. It's too weak when it gets to the board to be used. This preamp boosts the signal, and from this point on, you're able to use it through the rest of the board. The pad button that is right here is if you plug something into the channel and this is off, if you're still getting the channel to be clipping and overloading, meaning down here on your meter where you'll see up here into the overload into the red, what you would have to do then is push this pad button in, and you would automatically see that level go from overload and drop all the way down. A pad button strictly takes something that's too strong when this is off and knocks it down even further. Something you will not mess with a lot. The second one down you will mess with a lot. You'll see a straight line with the drop. This is a low pass filter, or excuse me, a high pass filter. It basically lets high frequencies pass. When you push this in, it's set at 80 cycles, actually on the Mackie board at 100, meaning when you're looking at an EQ from 20 to 20, and right here at 100, when you push that button in, it's just like you took everything from 100 to 20 and hinged it. What this does on vocals, if you've seen a microphone on a stand and you tap the stand or your feet, you hear that boom, boom, or your tap through, this is basically drops those frequencies away. You don't sing in those frequency ranges, again, unless you're a bass singer in a quartet, something like the Oak Ridge Boys, that type of thing. You'll then move around to the 48 volt switch. When you see these lights on, this is another section when I discussed the microphones, that an electric condenser microphone versus a dynamic microphone. The condenser microphone requires power to make it work. That's where this comes from. You push that in, you'll see the green light light up. You're now sending up to 48 volts down the mic cable to power the element in the front of that microphone that then allows you to speak into it and transfer it to electrical energy. This, once they're done, you won't look at that again unless you change microphones on the channel. Just a basic overview. And again, I've explained this knob here. The way that would work, I'm going to play a little bit of a track here. If I can get it back out again. And put it away. And I'll use this for the purposes of letting you hear what's happening. Same song. Basically, you'll see the signal here. Crank it up. See how loud it is? A quick example of the pad button. Oh, we're in a line level input. The pad only works on the microphone here. So when you have a microphone input, it won't affect the 1/4 inch input on this board. But as you can see, basically, I turn the signal down, I turn the signal up. You have a button at the bottom that's PFL. When you push that and this light starts flashing, before you ever turn a face up, just like that, hear the too much. So before you ever do anything, even if you didn't have that, you push this button. If you have headphones, you'll hear that one thing in your headphones. You'll see this light, and that's the input meter for that channel. That's way too hot. You want to set this up right around unity, so you'll be bringing this back, dialing it back until you're roughly right there. See from 2 to 0 there? So now that you know, see how here you're at -20, right at 0, just barely blinking that? Now you know when you bring this up, hear the difference versus it's overdriven. Even if it's not that can happen. So you always, before you turn any microphone up, and again, this is basics, like you've never done anything. First time you plug the mic in. Set this gain trim by pushing the PFL, having the meter here, dial this up until you're there. Take that off now. Now this whole microphone channel is at a working level.